Hello everybody, in this video I want to be doing a walk around of my 2003 Mazda Miata. You can see behind me. I'm going to be going over all the mods that I've done to it so far, and this is basically just so that way you guys know what's on the car, and for any videos that I may be putting up in the future, you guys will know basically what I have, at least for right now. So let's get started. The first thing that's the most apparent is I have 15x9 Advani Storm S1s wrapped in 205 Hoosier SM7s. These are very heat cycled out, so they don't have a lot of grip, but they do the job right now. I got them for $100 off Craigslist. They were barely used. I took them to 2 track days so far, once at Thunderhill Raceway, and then the other one was at Laguna Seca. And they're pretty good for, I got them for $100, so, they're not that expensive. So the next thing is I have a Track Speed Engineering Willwood Dynapro big brake kit on here. It's a directional rotor, or I should say a directional vane rotor with the Dynapro calipers and stainless brake lines, and I'm running G-Lock R12 pads all around. That's the same thing in the rear. I also have ARP extended studs in the front. I don't have them in the rear just yet because they're a pain to install, and I just haven't had the time or motivation to do it yet. So stock lugs and studs for now in the rear. Coilovers. I'm running the 949 Racing Zeta coilovers with 900, 500 springs and the spherical top hats. And then I also have helper springs on there, so it's pretty much like maxed out in terms of options. I just installed them very recently, so I think it was like a couple days ago. So, at first impressions, they're extremely good. I came from having teen Street Flex coilovers, not the monotube ones, but the twin tube shocks, and they were pretty good for the price, but these just blow them away by miles. Big thing here, let me pop the hood. So right here is a Track Speed Engineering EFR Turbo kit. So what this is a EFR 6258 Turbo with a Track Speed Engineering manifold, and then Track Speed Engineering downpipe. And then the oil lines and water lines, these are the water lines. The oil and water lines also come in the kit. And then that is it in terms of what you get from the kit. The rest I pieced together. So we have a AAM dry flow intake on here. Intercooler piping. Excuse this one. This is just temporary. I need to go get a black intercooler coupler. I am not a fan of blue. We also have a Track Speed Engineering radiator. This thing is a beast. Let's see, we have a Skunk 2 throttle body. This thing's a piece of junk, to be honest. The reason why I bought it is because, if you guys aren't aware, the stock Miata throttle bodies, the throttle plate shafts, they snap under high RPM usage. What ends up happening is it gets stuck through your motor and explodes. It grenades your motor and your turbo, and it's just not a good time. So the issues what I'm having with this throttle body is it's sticking under partial throttle, so it'll hover around 2,000 RPM, around 1,000 to 2,000 RPM, depending on how long I'm staying on the throttle. It's kind of hard to explain. I have to show you guys if that's something that you want to see. Next up we have the Home Depot Racing Special oil catch can. Now I have it plumbed from the PCV around to the catch can and then back into the intake. It works. You can see oil in there. It works, but eventually I might just get a real one. Here you can also see the top hats for the Zeta shocks. So I can move that out of the way. Down here, kind of see that we have a Racing Beat Tubular Sway Bar. It's the inch and it's a 1.125, I believe. I kind of forgot. There's a lot of options, so I don't remember exactly which one, but I believe it's the 1.125. And then I also have 949 Racing end links, sway bar end links. For those of you wondering why I have this ghetto looking tape here, it's because it helps cooling. Basically, there's a gap here. You can kind of see it right there. There's a gap here, and what happens is it allows air to escape upward, and so the tape keeps it flowing through the radiator instead of coming up around the radiator, if that makes any sense. In here, I have Track Speed Engineering 3-inch brake ducts. It's their kit, but it's actually Singular Motorsports who makes the actual brackets, I guess, the dust shield / mounts for the hoses. I'll put the link in the description if you guys want to check those out. I have a lot of stuff from Track Speed Engineering because he's local to me, and all his stuff is proven on the track, and this is a track car, so I want everything to be reliable. So I don't mind paying the extra money for, a better product. In the interior, we have a Sparco Evo seat on a PCI seat rail, and then we have Scroff Clubman 2 harnesses. I just have one seat in here because I didn't feel the need to spend, another $600 on a seat if I'm lucky to find one. So I got this one for $600. It was brand new, but I think they usually retail for around $800, so I don't really feel the need to spend extra money on a passenger seat because I don't really have a lot of passengers when I go to the track, and I don't really care if it looks a little weird because it's just not worth the money for me. Steering wheel stock, shift knob is stock. Over here we have this is a Intellitronics oil temp gauge. I personally think this is one of the most important gauges you can have in your car. It's a really clean design. I like it a lot. It's very easy to read on track, and it was cheap. I think it was like $50, so I really do enjoy it. It's a nice gauge. And then in the back here, we have a Blackbird Fabworks GT3 roll bar. With the harness bar. The harness bar on the NB models comes standard, so that's a cool feature. And then also I had it custom powder coated in a silver to match the body. Overall, I think that's about it. The one thing I did do that was free was I did a rear bumper cut. I just like the way it looks, and the added performance benefit is also a plus. So in terms of exhaust, I don't have a full 3-inch exhaust yet. Keyword yet. I will be doing that soon, but right now we have a dump coming out the back that I welded up, and then it's connected to the stock mid pipe, and it sounds really good actually. I actually really like the sound of it. So that's the other thing is this car, I do drive it at Laguna Seca, and they have a pretty strict noise limit. I think it's around 90 to 92 decibels max. So I really can't make this car super loud, otherwise I won't be able to run there, and it's the closest track to me. It's an hour and a half away, so I don't really want to jeopardize that with a louder exhaust. So when I do put a new exhaust in here, it's going to be around the same noise, maybe a smidge louder, but nothing really insane. In terms of intercooler, one thing I forgot, the intercooler is a CX Racing intercooler. I know, eBay, but this car's only running 10 psi of boost right now, so it's not really that big of an issue. I do plan on upgrading this very, very shortly. I want to do the Precision 350 horsepower intercooler. I think that's about it. This is just a little heat shield that I made Let me see if I can get you guys a better angle. On the bottom, yeah, you guys can't really see, but on the bottom of this is heat tape, and I'm not really sure if it does anything, but I'm assuming, you know, it does something. I mean, it was free, so, you know, whatever. I do want to make an actual heat shield going down around the brake fluid reservoir, so that way, you know, I can really stay into power for a long time, and my brake pedal will be nice and firm. So that about sums it up for this car, guys. If I miss anything, I will put it in the description down below, but I don't believe I am missing anything. Yeah, I believe that's it. So if you guys enjoyed this video, leave a like. If you guys have any more questions, you know, throw it down in the comment section, and I guess I'll see you guys in the next video. So, peace. I forgot to mention, I am aware that running a harness on the street is not the safest thing. I just haven't had time to remove it. When I go home, now that I have time, I am going to take this out, and I have the stock seatbelt still in here, so I just need to bolt it back in. Yeah, if you guys don't know, running a harness on the street is not very safe. What can happen is, if you get into a front collision, the harness is going to keep your chest like planted, but your head is going to come forward and you'll snap your neck. So I am aware of this, and I am going to be running the stock seatbelt back in. For the track, I do have a Hans device, so it kind of eliminates the issue. That's all I really wanted to say, because I know it's kind of like a heated topic with a lot of people just kind of, you know, are like, oh, what are you doing? You can't be running that. But I mean, I'm aware, so I'm going to be putting the stock seatbelt back, and yeah. So if you guys want to see me do a review on this car, like a driving review, let me know. I can definitely do that. I have a GoPro mount right here, and I have an external mic, so I can definitely make that happen if that's something you guys want to see. So yeah, just throw it down in the comments, and you know, if enough people want to see it, I'll make it happen. So yeah, that's it, guys. Take care. Have a great day. Damn.